Hey guys, what's up? This is Joe, and today in this video we are going to talk about 5 most effective ways to deal with depression. Depression is one of the most common mental disorders in the world. It can appear at any age and any time. Though most of the people seem to go through unaffected by depression, sometimes it catches up to us and starts affecting our life. There are a number of ways to deal with depression, starting from therapy, psychological treatments, attending social groups, and medications. All of the ways are very helpful. But today in this video we are going to focus on 5 simple yet most effective ways that will put an end to depression and make you live a better tomorrow. Way 1. Embracing depression and stop ignoring your emotions. Who wants to feel sad and embrace that sadness? Confused? Let me clear it out for you. Just like until and unless the power goes off, you can't understand the importance of a flashlight, you cannot get the feeling of complete joy until you have learned to deal with your sad emotions. Most of the time when depression gets the better part of our day and makes us feel sad, we try to ignore the fact that we are actually sad or feeling low, and rather force ourselves to feel happy and get back to work. This is the worst thing you can do to yourself. If you ignore your emotions and try to convince yourself as if nothing happened, then you are just subduing your sadness for a later time. This habit of ignoring our feelings and choosing not to deal with it will ultimately lead us to being more depressed. So the first thing we need to do is embrace our feelings. It's okay to feel low at times of the day. Nobody in this world is always happy and cheerful, but it's not okay if you choose to ignore it. By embracing those emotions, we can take control over our life. So stop saying to yourself that you're not sad, rather start saying it's okay that I'm feeling low right now and that you're going to find a way to end this misery. We must remind ourselves that depression is an illness, not a weakness, and recovery is the rule, not an exception. Way 2. Setting goals. Now that we have learned to embrace our emotions, it's time for us to set some goals for ourselves. You might be thinking what goals to set and why. Let's start with the why. So typically when we go through different phases of depression, setting goals can help us boost our mental state, reminding us that we have a destination to reach. It gives our brain a list of things to focus on rather than sitting and doing nothing but channeling negative thoughts. But we must be mindful in setting goals that are realistic and achievable, rather than setting lofty goals which might seem very tempting to write down when you're creating a list of goals, but are not achieved at the end of the day. Which brings us to what goals to set. So every day before you go to bed, start making a habit to set some goals for yourself for the next day so that you can sip your morning coffee taking a quick look at what things you need to achieve today. You can start by setting simple goals like maybe do some cardio, check your emails, do the dishes before you leave for work, or even as simple as call mom. Yeah, you should do that sometimes too. When we start writing our goals and at the same time start achieving it on a daily basis, we reward our brain with a sense of achievement, which drives away depression like nothing else. Starting out by completing simple goals today would enable you to pursue bigger goals tomorrow. Remember to reward yourself for the things you achieved every day. This is called a reward goal system. Every time you achieve your goal, you feel a sense of achievement and success in return. That is exactly what you need to take the first step to cure depression. Building up a list of achievements can really help you feel good about yourself and keep you from falling back to depression. Way 3. Resist the urge to live in the past. Our human minds have great addiction towards the past. Every day we think about our past incidents that we have gone through once and feed our mind with the same thing time and again. Studies have shown that thinking about past incidents holds more than 50% of our thinking time in a day and keeps us from living in the moment, or so-called the present. But take a broader look at it. We have a present and a future to think about too. These are the 2 branches of time which you have full control over and can actually change your life. Living in the past is just going to make you live the same memory all over again, but just in your head this time. Thinking about a bad incident that happened last week is going to make you relive that moment in your head and give back the same old disappointment feelings and emotions that you already have gone through once. Exactly. Why keep feeling bad for one past bad episode? It's not going to take you anywhere but waste your time and affect your present state of being. But what if we stop that urge of living in the past and reset ourselves to come back to the present and live this moment with full potential? Set an alarm in your mind that every time you realize that you're thinking about something bad in the past, it will go off and you will drag yourself back to the present and make your mind to obey you, to be here and do something that you plan to do in that part of the day. This will help you to refocus in life and stop being sad for what has already happened and cannot be changed. This simple way of stopping the urge to live in your past can save you time and can resist depression, taking in control of your thoughts. You might have to force yourself a few days, but trust me, it's going to go away just about in a week. This brings us to way 4. Meditation. I'm pretty sure you have heard about meditation a lot, but meditation has been found to be one of the best ways to overcome depression. And numerous studies around the world have proven that meditating only about 10 minutes a day can keep us mentally sound and healthy. Before we go deep into what type of meditation, let us first look at how meditation can help us cope with depression. Firstly, meditation trains the brain to achieve sustained focus. Our human minds have a great tendency to get distracted by thoughts while we are performing any tasks. We tend to drift away, letting different thoughts to enter our minds. Suppose you're writing a research paper and really trying hard to finish it within the next hour. You might soon find yourself getting distracted by thoughts in the middle of it. You might start thinking about a conversation that ended badly between you and your friend that day earlier, or you might even find yourself procrastinating out of depression. Ultimately, the task that we could finish in an hour takes 2. Meditation helps to train your brain to focus on a single thought, minimizing distractions in your head and letting you to fully give your best while you're doing it. It's a way of taming your brain from wandering around when you need it to focus. Secondly, meditation gives your mind a feeling of calmness. It helps us take control of our emotions rather than letting our emotions take control over us. Making meditation a part of our daily routine can change your life in ways you never thought it could. Meditation also helps to control the flow of negative thoughts in our mind. Suppose you're sitting and having a cup of coffee. Depression can make you feel low, attracting all negative thoughts in your mind while you don't even want to think about it, and you tend to fall back to being depressed just by sitting and having a cup of coffee. Almost all of us go through these thoughts every day when we do something. The fear of failure. Meditation can come in handy in dealing with these situations. The aim of meditation is not to push aside stress or just block out negative thinking, but rather to notice those thoughts and feelings, all the while understanding that you can take control of them. So it's you taking in control of yourself. Now let's look at what type of meditation can we start doing. It could be as simple as closing your eyes and repeating a single phrase or word that inspires you. Or sitting in a corner of your room and relaxing your body and mind, disconnecting yourself from the environment around you and trying to give your brain a break from all sorts of thoughts for a few minutes so that you can regain self-confidence. You don't need to have the exact proper stance of meditating as we see in meditation videos. It's all about you diving inside your mind and focusing on yourself for some time. This practice will make you much more confident, mentally strong, drive away your depression like nothing else.
Last but not least, communication. Communication is the most important thing for someone undergoing depression. The most effective treatment for depression is just sharing your thoughts and feelings with someone else. Interact frequently with people that makes you feel happy, not people that bring you down. Surround yourself with positive thinking minds. Make some time for yourself to call up your loved ones and just share your day with them, and in turn listen to theirs. Communicating your thoughts with your loved ones can make you feel lighter and can also help open up a new window for new perspectives of looking at things in your life. A phone call conversation, a hangout every week with your friends, a family get-together, or it might be just going out and conversing over a cup of coffee can help you let out your negative energy and make you appreciate more about the things you have in life. Talk about all the good things you achieved in your day, the failures that came on your way. Talk about how much you are better today than you were yesterday. Talk about what things you need to do more to get your life back on track. Ask for their advices and perspectives. While thinking about all these things will also yield you an answer, but it won't always be right. Giving yourself exposure to some other perspective will help you take a look at your life from a different angle. It will give you more choices of ways for you to start making your life better. You will learn to let go of a bad feeling by communicating it and appreciate a good feeling by sharing.
So depression is a choice, and you can choose your way out of it by these 5 simple ways. Hit the thumbs up button if you like it and let us know by leaving a comment down below of what you think has worked for you to cope with depression. And don't forget to click the subscribe button as we are coming out with more videos for you to live a better tomorrow.